Hey Brendon, it's Wouter Looten from Florence, Italy. I'm the author of the new book, The Widower's Manual, and that I am the author of this new book is because of you. Now before I start, I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate the fact that I can share my story here. So here we go. My story has in fact two beginnings. The second beginning starts in April 2011. I was reading this book and there was your name everywhere. Brendon Burchard this, Brendon Burchard that, so I thought, who the heck is Brendon Burchard? So I googled you, got onto your site, into your video, hey, it's Brendon Burchard, and I was immediately hooked. I got into your video sequence, and at the end of the sequence, I decided to buy Total Product Blueprint. And in this online course, you teach us how to share your story with the world. How do you take your knowledge and your experience and put it into a book, a seminar, an online course, etc. And that opened my eyes because, and here starts the first beginning, 15 years ago, I lost my wife. 15 years ago, I was a young guy and I was suddenly confronted with the death of my spouse. And I didn't know how to deal with that. It completely knocked me off my feet. I didn't know where to go or what to do. And also the people close to me, they told me, we really like to help you, but we don't know how. We don't know what to do either. It's not that there's a guidebook out there that teaches you the steps or that you can take right now. So after I regained consciousness, because in the beginning you just walk around like a zombie and you function basically on autopilot, I did what so many other widowers out there also do, and it is I try and pick up where I left off. But that doesn't work because the old world with the old ways, they've disappeared. So I had to learn that the hard way because there was no one around who could teach me differently. And so I stumbled and bumbled for almost 15 years. And in that period, I learned to develop 4 basic elements that helped me to get back on track. The first element was that I had to deal with the pain. Because you're in tremendous pain and you try to outrun it all the time, but that doesn't work because it's inside of you, of course. So you have to learn how to deal with that. The second element was that I had to learn how to break through the wall I had created around myself, because I had been hurt so badly and I thought this is never ever going to happen again. So I pulled up this huge protective wall and I was hiding behind it. But that also isolated me from the world. So I had to learn how to break through that. The third element was that I had to learn to find my new place. Because when you lose your spouse, you find yourself in a completely new world with new rules. So in order to adapt yourself to this new place, you have to reinvent yourself. Because people, they like to put name tags on everything and on everybody. So here you are with this new name tag on your forehead which says widower, and you don't like that. So people, they approach you in a certain kind of way and they expect a certain kind of behavior from you. So you have to invent a new you because you have to deal with that. And the fourth element that I had to learn was that to care is basically everything. And in the beginning it's very difficult because you just don't care. You don't care about yourself, you don't care about others, you don't care about life or the world in general. But then you find out that to care is what I call the oil of your inner engine. It floats out to all the other elements and it makes your inner machine runs smoothly. So I learned that these 4 elements helped me to get back on track. But there was something missing, something that kept me from being free and active and fully engaged in life. And I learned what that was when I started to watch your videos. I realized that I had to share my story. I had to go out there and tell people what had happened to me, how did it impact me, and what did I do in order to exit this devastating situation in a powerful way. And with that, I understood my new mission in life. I had to teach widowers how they could exit their situation powerfully. That the death of their spouse was an end, but it was not their end. They can still go out there and create a great life. And there I came full circle because I remembered the comments of 15 years ago. That there was no guidebook or manual that teaches guys how to do just that. And so I decided just to write this book myself, simply called The Widower's Manual. And how I did that, I took the outline that you give us in Total Product Blueprints. I literally took the outline that you hand us on a silver platter and I just dropped my content in. And I started to write on the 10-inch laptop of my daughter because my laptop broke down. But I was so thrilled that I finally had discovered this 5th and crucial element that didn't bother me at all. I just started to write, and in 3 months I wrote the book. So at the end of these 3 months, I went to Experts Academy in Santa Clara and I met Rick Frischman of Morgan James Publishing. I told him briefly my story, and I asked him if I could send him the stuff that I had written. He said, yes, of course, send me the manuscript when it's done. So on October 1st, I sent him the manuscript, and on October 4th, I had Morgan James on the phone telling me that they would publish my book. So here I was, 15 years ago. I was down on the floor, knocked out, not knowing what was up or down, left and right. And here I am, 15 years later. I'm on the top of the world, shouting out, here I am, and here's my book. You made that possible. Now, the story hasn't finished yet, because 2 weeks after I came back from Experts Academy, I received an email from a doctor of psychology that I had met during the event. And she wrote me that a terrible tragedy had occurred in a dear friend's family. So what happened was, there was this young kid, 18 years old, in California, driving his car with his girlfriend, and they got into an accident. The girlfriend unfortunately died. So she said, I need your book. But I hadn't finished the book yet. So I said, listen, I haven't completely finished the book, but what I could do is I could send you a chapter, and with that, you could help the family. And the feedback that I received afterwards was just amazing. First of all, that I reached out to these people that I didn't know, and secondly, that I used my own personal story of tragedy, and that I used that in order to help other people. They were so touched by that. And so in a way, I already accomplished my goal, because when I started to write, I said, if I can just touch one heart on this new journey, it's been worthwhile. But of course, I want to touch many more hearts, and I want to help many more people. And that is why the book is just the beginning. I mean, you teach us to share our story in so many different ways. So currently I'm writing an ebook, which helps promoting also the Widower's Manual. And this ebook teaches the people around and close to the widower how to help the guy. So it becomes a team effort. In addition, I'm preparing a coaching program where I invite guys to join me here in Tuscany, in Italy, for a week, and we go on a motorcycle and we take a tour through the hills of Tuscany. So we exchange coaching sessions with driving on this motorcycle, feeling the fresh wind in the air, enjoying a beautiful landscape, and realizing that the world is still a magnificent place to be. You made it all possible. You gave us the outlines for all these products, which I'm going to use, of course. And so I just want to say thank you. Without you, I would not have found this fifth and crucial element. Without you, I would not have been able to write this book so fast and successfully. And without you, I would not have been able to help this family 6,000 miles away from my home. So thank you again. I know my path is new and the road is still long, but I'm going to use you as my guide, and I'm going to touch many more hearts, and I'm going to help many more people. So I wish you a great 2012, not just for you, but also for your family, your friends, and your staff. And I hope to see you soon. Until then, take care and have a great, great year. Bye.